You ever wonder why we feel so empty all the time, even when everything around us looks fine? Like, we've got fast Wi Fi, cool shoes, phones that can do anything, but deep down, there's this weird sadness, like something's missing. So here's the answer up front. We feel unhappy because we've been disconnected from people, from purpose, from real life. I didn't get this at first. I used to think I was just being lazy or ungrateful. Like, I'd scroll through Instagram and see people traveling, partying, being successful at 22. And I'd be sitting in my room at 2 a.m., lights off, face lit by a screen, asking myself, why do I feel like trash? And that's when it hit me. This generation is constantly comparing, but barely connecting. When I was a kid, happiness was riding a bike to nowhere with my friends, not checking how many people liked my picture. But now, if you're not building your brand by age 17, it feels like you're already behind. Most people never realize this, but chasing validation online is like drinking salt water. It looks refreshing, but the more you consume, the thirstier and more hollow you feel. There was a time when I stayed up till 4 a.m. every night just refreshing my posts, editing the same selfie 20 times, trying to feel seen. But I got just made me want more. It's like I was starving for something real. But I was feeding myself digital crumbs. And this gets worse when you feel like you should be happy, like, I have food, I have shelter, I even got a few people who care about me. So why do I feel this way? That guilt keeps you quiet. You don't talk about it because it feels selfish. But here's the part they don't want you to know. This feeling isn't your fault. We were born into a system that rewards hustle, appearance, and attention, but not depth, peace, or real connection. And slowly, day by day, that disconnect grows between who we are and who we pretend to be online. If you've ever smiled in a group pic but felt dead inside, yeah, this part is for you. Let me tell you something that happened to me a few months ago. I was at this party, everyone was laughing, music was blasting, people were taking selfies, throwing peace signs, and I just stood there, frozen, like I was playing a character in a movie I didn't audition for. I laughed when people laughed. I danced when they danced. But inside, nothing. When I got home, I sat on the edge of my bed, still hearing the bass in my head, and I felt this weight on my chest. And the thought hit me, I'm not living, I'm performing. You ever feel that way? Like your life is just this never-ending audition for approval? Most people never admit this, but we're scared to be real. Because being real means being vulnerable. And being vulnerable opens the door to rejection. We've learned to filter everything, our photos, our feelings, our failures. And when life gets hard, we don't talk about it. We just scroll past it. But stay with me, because in just a few moments, you'll see how this all connects. That fake smile, it's heavy. Keeping it up all day drains your soul. And when the mask slips, even for a second, we panic. It's why some people say they're fine but cry in the shower. It's why some folks make jokes all day and then lie awake all night. The more we pretend, the further we drift from ourselves. And once you start drifting, it's hard to find your way back. I used to try to fix this with self-help videos, productivity hacks, even changing my diet. But nothing worked until I did something so simple it felt dumb. I talked, like really talked. No filters, no pretending. Just sat down with a friend and said, yo, I'm not okay. And in that moment, I didn't feel judged. I felt human. This one moment changed everything for me. And it only took 4 words. I told him, I feel so empty. And he just nodded and said, me too, bro. That's when I realized something big. We're all pretending we're okay, and it's making us all worse. Think about it. When was the last time someone asked how you were doing and you actually told them the truth? We've replaced community with comment sections. We replaced conversations with double taps. But we're not meant to live like that. Humans need touch, eye contact, laughter that isn't scripted, silence that feels safe. But what do we get instead? Notifications, comparison, pressure to always be on. I remember one day my phone broke, and for the first time in years, I sat in silence. No scrolling, no music, just me and my thoughts. It was weird, but it was also the first time I didn't feel overwhelmed. Most people never realize this, but silence is where healing begins. See, it's not just social media. It's school that tells you your worth is a letter grade. It's jobs that treat you like a number. It's parents who want you to be successful but never ask if you're okay. So yeah, no wonder we're sad. But the crazy part is, we still keep going. We wake up, we try again, we laugh at memes, we dream of better days. And that means there's hope. If you've made it this far, it means something in you wants more than just survival. You want to feel alive again. And the truth is, you can. But it starts with unplugging, unmasking, and unlearning everything they told you should make you happy. So here's what I started doing. Simple stuff, but it changed everything. I stopped checking my phone first thing in the morning. I used to wake up and boom, dopamine hit from Instagram. But I swapped that for 10 minutes of just lying there, breathing, thinking, being. No agenda, no noise. Then I started journaling. Not like Dear Diary or anything fancy, just writing. I feel tired, I feel anxious. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. Even that helped. It's like taking out the trash in your brain. And the biggest shift? I started seeing people face to face again. No, let's catch up soon texts that never happen. I'd say, yo, want to grab coffee tomorrow? And actually mean it. Most people never realize this, but your happiness is hiding in boring places. A real laugh, a meal with someone who actually listens, a walk where no one's filming it. One night I turned off my phone at 7 p.m. I didn't post, didn't text, didn't check anything. I just sat on my porch, listened to the wind, and for the first time in weeks, I felt calm. Bro, I realized I've been chasing peace in places that were designed to keep me anxious. And once you get a taste of real peace, you stop craving fake happiness. Here's something else that helped. I stopped pretending I had it all figured out. I told my parents I didn't know what career I wanted. I told my friends I was struggling with self-worth. Guess what? They didn't judge me. Some of them felt the same way. But here's the part they don't want you to know. Vulnerability is strength. The more you pretend, the more unhappy you become. The more real you are, the more people actually connect with you. And that connection, that's what we're missing. That's the cure. I wish someone told me this earlier. Happiness doesn't come from doing more. It comes from being more honest. Look, I'm not saying I've got it all together now. I still have days where I overthink everything, still get jealous, still feel lost sometimes, but now I know how to come back to myself. And that's what I want for you too. Start small, call someone, sit in silence, write how you feel, even if it sounds stupid. Ask yourself, what do I actually want today? Not what looks good, what feels good for your soul. Most people never realize this, but we weren't built to be productive machines. We were built to be human, to rest, to laugh, to cry, to feel. If no one said this to you today, you're not broken. You're just overwhelmed in a world that profits off your attention, not your peace. But you don't have to play that game anymore. You get to choose. Choose slow mornings, choose real friends, choose silence over scrolling. Choose being seen for who you are, not liked for who you pretend to be. Stay with me one more second, because this is important. You don't need to fix everything to feel better. You just need to start listening to yourself again. That quiet voice in you, the one that says, I'm tired of pretending. That's the real you. Trust it. Because once you do, you stop chasing happiness and start living it.